In the bustling town of Ilawe, nestled among green hills in Nigeria, lived a young girl named Ngozi. At just 19 years old, Ngozi had big dreams. She wanted to become a nurse to help the sick and bring pride to her family. Her parents, Papa Ikechukwu and Mama Adaeze, were farmers who worked hard to send her to school. Though their means were modest, their love for their daughter was immense. One sunny afternoon, as Ngozi prepared to leave for university, her parents sat her down. Ngozi, my daughter, her mother began, her voice quivering with emotion. Remember why you are going to school. Focus on your studies, avoid bad friends, and stay far from men, promising you the world. Yes, Mama, Ngozi replied with a determined nod. Her father added gravely, we sold our last plot of land to pay for your education. Make us proud. With tears in her eyes, Ngozi promised them, I will not fail you. Arriving at the University of Benin, Ngozi marveled at the vast campus, tall buildings, and the throngs of students moving with purpose. She settled into the school hostel, where she met her roommate, Adana. Adana was a tall, stylish girl who exuded confidence and had a knack for making people laugh. Unlike Ngozi, who wore simple clothes, Adana owned trendy dresses, gold jewelry, and expensive perfume. Ngozi admired Adana, but couldn't help wondering how she afforded such a lifestyle. When she asked, Adana would only smile and say, life is all about knowing the right people. One day, while walking back from class with Adana, Ngozi overheard a group of students talking about a weekend job in Abuja. It was called an ushering job, and it paid 40,000 naira per day. Ngozi's ears perked up. That was more money than her parents earned in a month. Adana, have you heard about these ushering jobs? Ngozi asked later that evening. Adana's eyes lit up. Of course, I've done a few myself. They're easy, and the pay is good. What kind of work is it? Ngozi asked, her voice filled with curiosity. Adana shrugged. Simple things, welcoming guests, serving drinks, and looking pretty. Ngozi, this could be your chance to make some money. Imagine going home with new clothes and helping your parents. Ngozi hesitated. Is it safe? Adana laughed. Ngozi, you worry too much. Trust me. If you want, I can take you to Abuja next weekend. Ngozi thought about her parents' sacrifices. The money could help her buy books, pay fees, and even send something home. Against her better judgment, she agreed. The journey to Abuja was an adventure for Ngozi. She and Adana traveled in a luxurious bus with soft seats and air conditioning. Upon arrival, they were taken to a high-end hotel with marble floors and sparkling chandeliers. Ngozi couldn't believe her eyes. The job organizers were men in sharp suits who greeted the girls warmly. Ngozi's unease grew when one of them, Chief Bala, kept staring at her. His smile was wide, but his eyes were cold. This weekend is going to be fun, Adana whispered, nudging Ngozi. Their duties seemed straightforward, handing out drinks and smiling at guests no matter political event. Ngozi's nerves eased as the first evening passed without incident, but on the second night, things took a strange turn. After the event, Chief Bala approached Ngozi. You're very beautiful, he said, his voice smooth. Ngozi smiled politely. Thank you, sir. Come, sit with me, he said, gesturing to a plush sofa in the corner. Reluctantly, Ngozi sat down. Chief Bala leaned in close. Ngozi, you have potential. I can help you achieve great things. I don't understand, sir, she replied, feeling uneasy. I will give you 500,000 naira tonight, he said, if you spend a little time with me. Ngozi's heart raced. She thought about the money, how it could solve so many problems. But something inside her screamed that this wasn't right. I'm sorry, sir. I can't do that, she said, standing up. Chief Bala's smile faded. Think it carefully, Ngozi. This money could change your life. That night, Ngozi told Adana what had happened. You refuse 500,000 naira? Adana exclaimed, her eyes wide. Ngozi, are you mad? Do you know what that kind of money can do for you? I don't feel right about it, Ngozi said firmly. Adana sighed. Suit yourself. But opportunities like this don't come every day. The weekend ended, and Ngozi returned to school without earning the money she had hoped for. She tried to focus on her studies, but whispers about her time in Abuja spread. People began calling her too proud and a village girl. Weeks later, Ngozi started feeling pain in her stomach. At first, she thought it was stress, but the pain grew worse. Her appetite vanished and her once bright skin grew pale. Then, one morning, she noticed something strange. Her stomach was swelling. She went to the campus clinic where the doctor examined her. It might be a hormonal issue, he said, prescribing medication. But the swelling continued and the pain became unbearable. Desperate, Ngozi called her parents. When they saw her condition, they were horrified. Mama, Papa, I don't know what's happening to me, Ngozi cried. Her parents took her to several hospitals, but no one could explain her condition. Finally, a local herbalist told them, this is not a medical problem, it is spiritual. The family sought help from a well-known pastor, Pastor Ezra, who prayed for Ngozi. After hours of prayer, the pastor spoke. Ngozi, someone has placed a curse on you. Think carefully. Did you offend anyone recently? Ngozi thought about Abuja and Chief Bala. Tears filled her eyes. It must be him, she whispered. Then you must confront him, Pastor Eze said. Only he can break this curse. Ngozi's father traveled to Abuja, using the little money they had left. He visited the hotel and asked about Chief Bala, but no one knew him by that name. Days turned into weeks, and Ngozi's condition worsened. Her swollen stomach leaked foul-smelling fluid, and she could barely move. One evening, as her family prayed for a miracle, Ngozi took her last breath. Her parents' cries echoed through the village, their grief unbearable. Months later, it was revealed that Chief Bala was actually a ritualist named Malam Sani, known for exploiting young women. Though his name became infamous, he was never caught. Anna, who had introduced Ngozi to the Abuja trip, continued her life as though nothing had happened. She graduated and moved to Lagos, never contacting Ngozi's family again. Ngozi's tragic story serves as a warning. Quick wealth often comes with hidden dangers. The people you trust can lead you to destruction. True success requires patience, hard work, and integrity. Her parents, though heartbroken, vowed to share her story so others could learn from her mistake.